Tracy started in Salisbury, you know, we've had the changeovers and things and that, but do you know what? She's a different person. It's, you don't know what it makes the family feel like, really, to see her. They've really made a difference. And if Tracy hadn't have come to Salisbury, I don't know where she'd be. She actually loves that place. She loves her room. She's never done that before. You don't realise the trouble that we had, other places had, with Tracy. She's calmed down such a lot. She's fitted in. She goes on the holiday, never been known in her life. It's because of the way it's managed. And also they take time. You know, instead of, oh, that's it, it's just behaviour, they actually work around that. And I've never had that before in all Tracy's life. I mean, she's coming up 50 now. Never in all our lives have we had peace of mind.
How long has Tracy's been living in Salisbury for autism?
It's got to be, it's over 2 years. It's got to be 2.5, 3 years. It must be 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
it must be. And when she first came there, she picked the room, and when any problems came up, Tracy was determined, and that's never been known, that she was going to stay there. That's her home, she said. And that really pierced my heart, really, because she normally says, that's it, I've had enough, I'm going home.
Exactly.
Pack my bags. But she wanted to stay. They've really gone through her problems. There were problems at first, but they worked with it. They stuck with it. They didn't say, we can't cope, you're going, which most of them do.
Yes.
She absolutely feels that that's a second family, really.
Yes, and because she's got that kind of responsibility as well.
Yes, now that
looking
you've
after
hit it on
them.
the head, because when they placed Tracy before in all these, she went to one in Essex and Amersham, whatever, but they placed her with people that were not really like in that category, the Tracy and Duke and whatever.
Okay.
These were, they had behavioural problems, learning disabilities, and they had some challenging behaviour. But Tracy, and people like Tracy, they go beyond that.
Yes.
So when other companies put, we take challenging behaviour, you might as well forget it, because they mean mild, really. They don't want to put up with the ones who actually need it,
Will have
need
high
the
levels
help. Yeah,
of
high
change.
levels. And Salisbury do. And you
Yes,
know,
we do.
so the other ones, they said, oh yeah, we can cope. And it just, within 6 weeks, the placement had broken down.
Is that in the first place she'd been?
Yeah, that was the first place, and it was quite heartbreaking, because she went from home, well, she'd been home 16 years with just me and my husband, and we'd coped. It was, well, you know, it's really hard, but we coped with the Lord's help, and it was heartbreaking, because I knew I had to send her somewhere in case anything happens to me.
Yes.
And you know, so we sent her to this one place, and within 6 weeks she was hallucinating. The staff couldn't cope with her. It was terrible. So in the end, they sent her into hospital to be assessed, which they said would take 3 months. She was there 3 years. So for Salisbury to bring her to the level that she is, these are just girls and guys that are determined. And they've got hearts. And I think that is, when you're getting your staff in, you go for the heart, not for what they've got on paper.
On paper, the qualifications.
Yeah, you go for the heart, and these guys have got heart. I mean,
They do.
there's not one person there that I don't like.
Yeah,
They're
they've got-
really nice. And well, I watch when I go in, and it's lovely. You know, you just go in and you get that homely feeling, even though they have to work hard. And these staff they got in now fit perfectly.
Yeah, one of the best teams.
They are. That's the best team she's ever had in her life.
Yes, I believe that's
And
it.
I believe that Maynard, when I first spoke to him, because I thought, oh my life, what if this finishes, you know, because you never know when Tracy's going to leave. And he said, I promise you, that's never going to happen. It's only since you came to your place that they really recognised the autism.
Wow.
all them years.
All them years.
And also, I never ever knew that she had the schizoaffective. I had my suspicions, but obviously going through what we went through, but nobody ever confirmed that all those years. And it's only since she's come here that she's been able to get some help. And also, she's got hearing aids. Can't believe it. Can't believe that Tracy would have a hearing aid.
Is she wearing one?
Yeah, 2 that she's
Really?
got. She absolutely
See, I didn't even
is.
notice.
Yeah, she wears a hearing. I never thought Tracy would ever put up with a hearing aid. And that's made her so much better, because whereas she thinks all people are talking about me, she gets paranoid. She now knows because she's got the hearing aids, and it's made such a difference. But they actually bothered to do that.
To do that.
She was losing her hearing long before she came to you,
Oh, wow.
and then nobody really did much about it. But yeah,
Oh,
they've done that.
nice.
Do I have any suggestions? Yeah, let the parents go on the panel if they're interviewed. No.
No, you know what? I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, also, it's just really getting things sorted, what to do. Each individual, and it's very, very hard because you can't. You've got to do them individually. But I don't know. I'd have to think about them. They seem to be doing all right as they are.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, she's gone from running away all the time to she's quite happy. She sits in her room, and I'm not saying she's good all the time. She won't be. She'll always have a turn.
Of course.
But they've managed it. I mean, for supported living, that's better than a proper residential home for care. It's just amazing. So I've got nothing now that I can say that is detrimental, because there isn't anything. They've brought her on so well, and it's made such a difference to Tracy and all the family, and I don't think that I'd ever find another place like that.